Well, unfortunately, Paul C was murdered, and we were working on our second album during the time he was murdered,
Mm-hmm.
and we got dropped by the label,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the people, how influential Paul C was to the industry. You know how many people he
Mm-hmm.
worked with, and so there
Move
was.
your microphone down so we can
Oh,
hear you.
and it's tough that Paul was murdered, and but it was that murder was tough on us too because people thought we were the cause of it or part of it.
Wow.
After time, things came out. We were vindicated,
That
and
had nothing to do with it.
but all the damage is done now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that didn't want to work, that was working with us, didn't want to work with us. A lot of people that were booking shows for us didn't book shows for us anymore.
Wow.
So, and even some people on the street, heard that there was a hit out on us. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it was a tough time to get through. You know what I'm saying? But just like anything, either you succumb to it or it makes you strong and you build from it, right?
Yeah. Right.
So we got through it. Someone took a chance on. I guess we still had a name. Stu Fine and Amy Fine, which I respected.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely loved hip hop, so it wasn't like they were in it just for the money.
Mm-hmm.
But they were too controlling. They were more like they wanted the hands-on. They wanted to feel like they put their imprint on the creation process, which that's what tempered our project to a certain degree, because it was a lot of things we wanted to do ourselves, but we were kind of stifle-hold with what he wanted us, how he wanted us to present ourselves. And there's a little known fact. There was a video that we did for two of the songs. One was Gigolo, and the other one was Romeo.
Who produced Romeo?
That was Paul C. That was a Paul C production. That was he only produced. Some people think Paul produced us, but Paul just crafted our sound. Right? Yeah, he was an engineer, but he was the one that taught me how to produce. So I guess you could say he was the catalyst for most of our stuff. But when it came to the Stu Fine stuff, I did it in Power Play Studios with Anton Pushansky, same people that used to work with Mobb Deep and a couple other people. Mm-hmm. And the project was solid, but it seemed like he used to go back into the studio and work on it without us.
Oh wow!
And then
work on my art without me, and I'm the artist.
And then at some point he hired what's his name again? Hype, the film producer Hype Williams.
Hype Williams, yeah.
He had shot a video for something, right? And it was on Super 8. Nothing was ever shot on Super 8 before, bro. No hip-hop video. Never, ever, ever. They looked at it and said, oh, it looks too different. I don't like it. It's too clean. So that never came out. And there's a video somewhere right now that Hype Williams did for us that they ain't come out. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of old in the gray matter, Zaza, all that shit.
Yo, hold on. So we talk about Stu Fine and Wild Pitch, and it's interesting that you would say like, yo, they love hip hop, because if you think about the people that were on Wild Pitch, that Wild Pitch had Gangstar at one point. Wild Pitch had Lord Finesse. Wild Pitch had OC. Wild Pitch had
Main Source.
Source. Like, yo,
this dude even had the female routine.
Yo,
what was their names again? Damn, forgot their name. I'm gonna get it back.
Yo,
you know what I'm talking about too. I forgot their name. Damn. Continue.
Yeah, but yo, Stu. I mean, so this is the first time like I'm really hearing it. Like I've always heard the name like Stu Fine, Wild Pitch, Stu Fine, Wild Pitch. But hearing you talk about like his involvement in it, I wouldn't imagine that that he had that level of involvement, because to be honest with you, anytime I ever heard the name Stu Fine, I always heard like, you never got your royalties, or what. I've heard like stories like that or whatever, but I didn't know that Stu Fine was that invested or involved creatively, that after you go in the studio as an artist and create, the label owner come behind.
I'm hearing from the engineer tell me, he came back and remixed something. Yeah. I don't know how many people he did it to, but I know for sure the dude told me he came back to the studio when we wasn't there.
What was his formal training though? Like, because all I know Stu Fine is like, was he an actual musician? Or is he an actual musician?
Bro, to be honest with you, I don't really have an idea what his background is from. You know what I'm saying? But I do know, I could guarantee you that he wasn't in it just for the money, because he seemed like he really loved hip hop. He signed people according to how their spirit was. To be honest, he even had MC Search A&R. You know what I'm saying? And so you already know
for him OC.
Yeah. So excuse me. So it's just unfortunate that I think because he was white, you know what I'm saying, and because of that controlling aspect of it, you know what I'm saying, we want to, this is our thing, and you know, back then everybody was getting jerked, you know what I'm saying? It's like people wasn't getting what they were supposed to get, hearing all these bad stories about people signing to record companies. I just think he got a bad write up about a bad rap. Thank you. No pun intended.